Hey, Charles, Success Freak here. No, I don't have a tripod yet. Yeah, it is on my Amazon wish list, and we actually have a friend, Jolene, who can hook us up with some really good iPad Mini tripod grips. I just got to email her back. She's got some great equipment. I just need to let her know what I need, and she'll let me know what it costs, and we'll get to that. We'll get flashbadge.com. Check it out. I think that was the name of the site. She had a cool badge. It flashed. Anyway, it's not what I'm here to talk about. It's a beautiful Sunday evening. My father-in-law's here. We just finished up dinner. That's unusual because my wife and I, our extended families don't come by. And I know it's because of the baby and because we're really being careful about taking her out and doing all that stuff. So people haven't really got to hold her and see her much. My mom's coming on Tuesday. But it's been an interesting thing to see him outside of a different atmosphere than what I normally see him, which is at my brother-in-law's house or his house for the most part. Different person, different atmosphere, different person. It's interesting. That's not what I called to talk about. I actually called because actually recording this because it is the end of Mother's Day, and as many of you who follow the Bear Crawling Nation may or may not know, I did not have a really good relationship with my mother. And I've been working through stuff through the years and dealing with things. I gotta change this up. Hurt my arm. Sorry. Okay. Try not to move too much, I promise. And there. So I've been working through things, dealing with issues, and I went to church this morning, as I've been doing for the last year or so, solid. Bishop Jim Swilley, he'll be speaking at our conference, is an amazing teacher, and I've learned a lot from him. And he loves his mama. He is one of the first people that hasn't made me feel bad about my relationship with my mom. He acknowledges that people have their own relationships that sometimes are good, sometimes are bad, and sometimes are right in the middle between the two. And what did he say today? He said that he was talking about words, and words. Oh, come on, seriously. Starts with an R. Resonate. Thank you, everybody yelling it out there. Words resonate. And I've always said that I'd like a better relationship with my parents, and I'd like something different with my parents, and I'd love to have supportive family and people who believe in what I do, and that's not what I have right now. But he was talking about words resonate, and he's talking about how he remembers something his mom told him when he was younger, and it resonated. Somebody else talked about something that they remember, and I can't remember things that my mom told me. I can't remember much of anything, honestly, anymore. I remember emotions. I remember how I felt. I remember one real solid story. And the kids are playing in the house and the windows are open. But I remember one real solid story that I'm not going to tell here. This is not the point. But I was like, what does that mean when you can't? I don't remember bad stuff. I don't remember, oh, she did this and it was horrible. I don't remember, oh, well, she told me that and that changed things for me. I don't remember much of anything when it comes to that, which is probably an emotional block because I remember a lot of things about a lot of things. I have a really sharp memory about stuff. My oldest son has gotten that for me. He remembers the craziest details about things when he was little. But he's talking about words resonate. He's talking about Mother's Day. He's talking about how no matter what your relationship was, you wouldn't be possible without your mother. And I thought about that, and that word resonated in me. That word went, everything I am, the fact that I was just born on this earth was because of her. That deserves some gratitude. The path that I've taken, there has been good things. Don't get me wrong. I know my mom's done great things. I know that she's done some damaging things. I know what the damage is. I just can't remember how it got there on some of it. But also, on the flip side of the same coin, I know because some of the good stuff that's in me, some of the things that I do, some of who I am is because of her. So she has to get some credit for that as well. Because she tried. I mean, there's people who've given up their babies. There's people who've abused their babies. I'm around in my former profession, I'm around people who were just horrible, horrible, horrible people, and all they did was spit a kid out of their, yeah, and that was it. So, the fact that my parents tried, and I'm sure they succeeded in a lot of good ways. I always had a roof over my head, always had clothes on my back, always had food, toys, experiences. And I could go into a good long video about that. We're already at 5 minutes now. I hit something that says AE lock. I don't know what that means. Hope that's not screwing up my video because I'm not doing this again. Long story long. I want to thank those who have been part of my life, who've helped Mother Superior. You know, you've been a big influence on showing me that it's okay to be me. I want to thank Chuck Savage, who I'll probably talk about a little bit on Father's Day, about teaching me it's okay to be me as a man. But I did. I called my mom. I had to leave a message because she was taking a nap. So she called me back. And I talked to her for a minute. I said, hey, I just wanted to call and say Happy Mother's Day. And she goes, thank you. You know, and my mom's very stoic when it comes to me. I've seen her in my past being exuberantly happy. I've seen her be angry. I've seen her exude a lot of different emotions. But in the last 5 years, maybe longer, maybe since I've been married, I don't know, she's been really stoic with me. It's hard to get a rise out of her one way or the other. But I told her, I said, Happy Mother's Day. And she was like, well, you know, thank you. And then I said, you know, I said, I know we're working through a lot of things, but I wanted you to know you're still my mom, and I still love you. You know, and she said that meant a lot to her. I believe it did. You know, I didn't do it for her. As everything with Success Freaks, is everything that we do it for ourselves. You know, we want to talk about not being selfish as a society. Christians, good people, people who mean well, always talk about, oh, you can't be selfish. We even as Success Freaks have the motto, help others be awesome. But that's not about others, that's about you. The truth of the matter is, everything you do is for yourself. And I did it for me, to put the word out, to change who I am, to change my reality. Because my reality was, I don't have a relationship with my parents. My reality was, I would feel negative or angry or neutral at best when I had thoughts of them. I pity them sometimes. I'm sad for them. Sometimes. But doing that today was for me. It changed my reality of I have a mom who I called on Mother's Day. And I said Happy Mother's Day. So I hope this maybe gets you past some of your stuff. Maybe it helps you appreciate what you have. If you're like my good friend Lala, who was given up for adoption, she's grateful for the adopted mother that she has. You know, we talk about that enough, she and I. Sometimes other people's problems are your pleasure, as it were. It makes you realize the goodness in your life. Maybe you'll hear this and it'll resonate with you going, hey, if the dark side of positive, if the bear crawling bear, if the I don't have parents bear can get to a point where he can call his mom and say, I love you and Happy Mother's Day, no matter what the issues are. And we do have issues. If I can do it, maybe you can too. SuccessFreaks.com. Check it out. Coaching is there. I'm willing to talk to you one-on-one. Sign up now. Hit us up on Facebook. Listen to the show.